Opportunity is not necessarily universal. And education is the single biggest catalyst for people to change their lives. Why? Because it is that bridge from talent to opportunity.
In 2019, President Pulsipher was selected by the White House to serve on the American Workforce Policy Advisory Board.
We see a very exciting and transformative future for WGU as WGU itself not only continues to grow the number of students we serve directly, but becomes a catalyst for transforming the whole system of higher education for the better.
WGU is young for a university, but in its brief history so far, we have pioneered a new learning model, continued to innovate to improve the student experience and student outcomes, and have helped change the lives of more than 135,000 individuals and their families. And we are just getting started.
My name is Justine Hurley. I am a third grade teacher in White Sulphur Springs, Montana, and I got my master's degree in curriculum and education through WGU. Teaching students in a rural area, I think, is one of the greatest things. I love being a teacher in the middle of nowhere. I like that I know my students from kindergarten through 12th grade. They know me, I know them. My teaching style is, I'm a little bit old school, I'm a little bit conventional in my ways and my discipline, but I'm a little bit newer too, so I really like to use technology in my teaching. I like to be active, I like to be up, I like my kids to be moving around doing things. We never sit in one place for more than 5 minutes, that's kind of my rule. So I was recognized for this award. It's an excellence in science teaching. So the ability to incorporate science into your classroom and to be able to teach third graders but take them to the next level with their science ability. So the award really recognized how can you make your kids as passionate about learning it as you are about teaching it. Getting the Presidential Academic Excellence Award really spurred me to go and get my master's degree. It was the one thing that I knew I wanted to do, and getting the Presidential Award really pushed me to that next level of teaching by becoming a student again so I could become a better teacher. I couldn't get a master's degree from just anywhere. College is 2 hours away, so going to a brick and mortar college, a traditional college, to get a master's degree was not an option, but I was never going to increase my pay if I didn't get one. So I knew that WGU was my option. My schedule didn't have to change to get my master's degree. So I held all my other jobs and was still able to get my degree in 7 months. What really stood out about my degree program was being able to use my experience. I had been teaching for 12 years at the time, and I didn't want that experience to be for nothing. I didn't want to take a class on elementary reading when I've already been teaching kids to read for 12 years. I wanted it to be quality. I wanted my past experience to mean something. I wanted it to have value, and at WGU, my past experience in teaching held accountability. It helped me get to the next level. It helped me already be prepared for the classes I was going to take. I didn't have to take redundant classes. I took classes that apply to my master's degree, which was really nice. I would say to anyone wanting to get their teaching degree that any time is the best time. These kids are here and they're waiting for a really good teacher, and whether it's a pandemic or not a pandemic, these kids are still here waiting for a really good teacher.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
WGU believes that while talent is universal, opportunity is not. Consider this: 21 million Americans lack broadband internet. Plus, about 60% of those living in rural areas have problems with internet access, making online education difficult. Only 20% of undergrads are from low-income families. And while 38% of white Americans earn a bachelor's degree, just 24% of Black Americans, 21% of Indigenous Americans, and 17% of Hispanic Americans earn theirs. So here's a good question. To ensure equal probability of success for all students, should we treat them the same? No. And here's why. Treating everyone equally ensures they all get the same thing, whereas treating everyone with equity ensures they all get the specific thing they need. Let's take getting a bachelor's degree, for example. Thanks to open enrollment and admission discrimination laws, all high school grads technically have an equal chance to go to college. Yet, they often have different barriers blocking their path. If we gave them all the same tools, many would fail. But if we give them the right tools that best fit their unique needs, more are sure to succeed. That's why at WGU, we are actively advancing equity, so we can expand access to a better education, job, income, and life for all. Did you know that 22% of WGU students are from low-income families, 40% are first-generation college students, and 70% are from one or more underserved populations? Thanks to a commitment to furthering inclusion, we are successfully bridging the gap between talent and opportunity, equality and equity, one graduate at a time. Whether you've been thinking of going back to school for a few years or a lot longer, WGU Academy is the place to start. With a flexible online format that fits your schedule, personalized support from success coaches, and courses that earn you transferable credits, Academy can get you college ready in as little as 2 to 3 months. Plus, completing Academy guarantees you admission to WGU. The cost? Just $150 per month. Enroll at WGU Academy today and unlock your future.
I chose to go to WGU for 2 reasons. 1, the flexibility, and 2, the cost.
They understand that a lot of us are working full-time jobs, so we have to have that flexibility. And that was one of the main reasons I chose WGU.
You can make it your own. You can advance and go faster, or you really can just take it day by day.
If you're looking for something that's affordable, that gives you a great education and an opportunity to advance, WGU is definitely the school for you.
I grew up in Nicetown, not too far from here. In Nicetown, there was a saying at one time that there's nothing nice in Nicetown.
You have a whole bunch of people offering you drugs, guns, and just a way to go back to jail or die in them streets.
Growing up around here on the other side of the bridge, we didn't see a lot of people doing the right things, let's just say that.
We hadn't really seen many other people in our family or even in our community that we knew of that were college graduates. When I was in elementary school, my mother told my brother and I that we were going to college. I did very well in high school. I actually got a scholarship for a local university. 4 years into the 5-year program, I had gathered experience through my co-op, and I was offered a great job. When I started working, time just did not allow for me to complete the degree. I'm grateful that I found out about WGU, where I could take classes that fit my schedule. Is not only did I walk away with a degree, but I also walked away with a lot of certifications.
Shane runs our information technology division, which is a really complex and challenging set of activities.
I am Vice President of Information Technology at a company that drives growth to every corner of Philadelphia. It's rewarding every day to know that I'm making a difference.
I heard in a poem, if you hang around wolves, you'll learn how to howl. If you hang around eagles, you'll learn how to soar. Shane is an eagle.
Even at a young age, he was always trying to figure out how he can help others.
He is truly an inspiration to everybody at PIDC, and I think now through this mural, he's going to have the opportunity to be an inspiration to everybody in this whole community.
It's my hope that people will take a look at this, learn about Shane's story by reading the plaque, and be inspired.
It feels so good to see him up there, and then to think about the road he has traveled. I'm just so proud, very proud.
He turned out pretty good.
You cannot drive around Philly without seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of murals. And they tell a story, and it's a neighborhood story.
They're important because they tell the story of Philadelphia. They tell the story of the community. And what he shows is to people that they too can do it.
A future generation will see that someone just like them can make it. Someone just like them has a story to tell. And maybe it'll spark something in them to say, that's his story, so now I'm gonna write mine.
I chose WGU because I really enjoyed the ability to work at my own pace and from home. Earning my degree has put me in the direction I need to be in order to be a really valuable member of the type of company that I work for now and want to continue to work for. I'm really thankful to WGU for helping me get there.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of VIEW.
Before I was a nurse, I started out as a nursing assistant, and I also joined the military at the age of 17. In 2000, I got a really good opportunity through the military to go to a civilian program to become a licensed practical nurse, and I did that for about 18 years before I finished up my degree with WGU. My name is Andrew Nagle. I'm a registered nurse with the Indianapolis VA, and I got my BSN from WGU. In the United States military, I was initially trained back in the 1990s. It was called a 91 Bravo, which was a combat medic. I served in everything from combat support hospitals to ambulance companies. I did a lot of instructing, and so that kind of brought me to 22 years, and after 22 years, I felt it was finally time to retire. Working at the Indianapolis VA as a registered nurse is outstanding. It's an amazing place to work. I kind of am specialized in that I follow congestive heart failure and COPD patients specifically. Working for veterans, taking care of veterans, working amongst veterans because a large portion of our working force is veteran also. You know, that as much as anything has kept me in touch with my former career in the military, and it's been wonderful. For me, the rewards have been being part of a team that goes out and gives vaccinations to patients who are stuck in their homes and can't get out to hospitals or clinics. And they are so thankful. I can walk into a veteran's home, and we may come from vastly different worlds. Our upbringings might be different, we might be from different parts of the country, but because we have both served our country, we have that commonality. And as a nurse, that can be a very powerful thing because it helps build that nurse-patient relationship. And they'll chat your ear off. I mean, they're just happy that you're there and so thankful that you brought this medication out to them that's gonna help them, save their life, hopefully. Now is a great time to be a nurse. You're gonna feel good about what you do at the end of the day because you're helping people who need help.
Once you've experienced the benefits of WGU's affordable, personalized approach to getting your degree online, it's natural to want to tell everyone you meet. Now, there's an easier way to let friends and family know about WGU. Refer a Friend is a platform that makes it easy to tell friends and family about the benefits of WGU and earn rewards. Sign up just once to get a personalized link that you can share with as many people as you want on blogs, emails, forums, and your favorite social media platforms. You can track how many people have checked out WGU from your link and earn cool WGU gear in the process. More referrals, more rewards, more convenient. Sign up today to Refer a Friend and help us change people's lives through education.
From the Liacouras Center, this is the 2022 Western Governors University Commencement in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This ceremony is for master's graduates. This is a live broadcast and will be available for replay on YouTube and WGU's website.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 86th Commencement for Western Governors University. I'm Rebecca Watts, Regional Vice President at WGU. Welcome to Philadelphia. Graduates, families, and friends, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed live. A special welcome to all our online viewers joining us across the country and around the world. If you are able, please stand for the processional and remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good morning and welcome, everyone. I'd like to thank Carlene Anderson Wilson of Queens, New York, for performing our national anthem, so beautiful. Carlene began her teaching career in 2017, infusing her love of music into the classroom. A passionate singer, songwriter, and performer, Carlene has trained in classical and gospel music and Italian arias. And she's helped establish a performing arts program at her school in Southside Jamaica, Queens. When she's not in the class, that's right. When she's not in the classroom, Carlene runs a young women's ensemble and performs on a weekly basis at church. Carlene earned her master's degree in instructional design from Western Governors University. Thank you, Carlene. It's my honor to convene the 86th Western Governors University Commencement. As a Pennsylvania native, I'm excited to be here in the city of brotherly and sisterly love with all of you today. Please know that the safety of our graduates, guests, faculty, staff, and all attending or supporting this commencement is of utmost importance. We thank each of you for taking the precautions necessary to allow us to host this event safely. In case you haven't heard, this year we are celebrating our 25th anniversary at WGU. In just 25 short years, we have had the privilege of helping many graduates find new pathways to opportunity through higher education. In our first 20 years, we recognized nearly 100,000 graduates, and now, just 5 years later, we have exceeded 275,000 graduates. We look forward to continuing our tradition of breaking tradition as we work to expand our impact in the coming years. To commemorate this special year, each of our graduates here in Philadelphia received a silver cord to wear on your regalia. I got one too. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates and congratulate you on completing one of life's great achievements. Graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your lives. It represents an accomplishment, but also countless challenges faced and obstacles overcome, including a pandemic. WGU was founded to serve night owls, those who work diligently to earn their degrees while keeping their commitments to their families and their jobs. All of you have overcome much more by reaching this milestone during COVID-19. You have demonstrated your dedication, persistence, creativity, and resilience. This achievement allows you to advance your careers and improve your communities in ways that are both measurable and immeasurable. You join only 13% of adults in the US who hold master's degrees. Many of you are graduating today with a family member. We offer We offer special congratulations to those who are sharing this accomplishment with a loved one. So amazing. WGU is grateful to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. Today is Armed Forces Day, and we are especially proud to honor the military members who are graduating. We thank you for your service to our country. You may have noticed that our military graduates are proudly wearing red, white, and blue cords today to symbolize their service to our country. We thank these brave and selfless patriots. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you. Also joining us are many of our WGU faculty and staff. Please join me in thanking them for their dedication and commitment to your success. Thank you, faculty. Thank you. I'd like to share some facts about today's graduating class. 42% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Your average age is 38 years young. The youngest of us here today is 19, and the oldest is 72. 72% of you are women. Woohoo! The average time to earn a master's degree was 2 years. Forty states are represented here today. The state with the most graduates, with 104 attendees, is Pennsylvania. Our graduate who traveled the farthest to join us today, more than 2,800 miles, is from Gerber, California. Thanks to all of you for your dedication to being here today. You work diligently to reach an educational milestone that will change the course of your own history and influence future generations. Thanks for allowing all of us at WGU to play a part in the fulfillment of your dream. It has truly been our privilege. And now we have the honor from hearing from two of your fellow graduates. I'm delighted to introduce Deirdre McCarthy, Master of Science, Special Education from Maryland. And then we'll hear from Christine Jackson, Master of Science, Management and Leadership from Florida. Please welcome Deirdre.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Stein, WGU faculty and staff. And to you, my fellow graduates, congratulations! Old Ivor Lovas once said, "If they can't learn the way we teach the way they learn." I had no intention of becoming a teacher. My undergraduate degree was in communication and film, but then I had my first son, and teaching seemed to be the perfect sojourn through his early years. That was until we received his diagnosis of autism. I stopped teaching immediately, or so I thought. I dove headfirst into research on autism, into therapies, into the world of special needs parents. In fact, I dove so hard, I actually almost drowned in it all. Suddenly, where I had been teaching other people's children, I was now a student in my son's realm. When my second son was also diagnosed with autism, my world shrank even harder and faster into their world. If it wasn't for the birth of my amazing daughter, I fear I would have been swept away. She was the lifebelt that helped recenter me. And while I thought I was teaching them, my children in turn were quietly and in their own special way teaching me. and the way they taught me changed me. After some time, choosing to go back into the classroom and the world of education wasn't even a second thought. My children had embroidered a vocation that had been laid upon me like the gentlest silk runner cascading over me like a sleek promise. Instead of a safe and controlled world of content-driven instruction, I opted for the land of special education. A far cry from winning an Oscar, I know. I waded into these wonderful new waters completely in awe of the people that surrounded me. Teachers, therapists, social workers, counselors, instructional assistants, and of course my students themselves. Teaching the way they learn took on a whole new meaning for me. Finding a master's program that shared my passion for educational exploration and research was no easy feat. Western Governors University was recommended by a colleague, and before I knew it, I was again swimming in an ocean of knowledge. But this time, instead of only treading water, I was buoyed by a support system in the form of instructors, fellow students, my incredible husband and children, and my first ever teacher, my mom, who is here today all the way from Ireland. I have to mention my mentor, Nate Beeler. Thank you, Nate, for all your support, especially through the frustration, the tears, and yes, the odd Irish curse word, I'll admit it. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the last 2 years. What an incredible roller coaster. The highs of amazing accomplishments, coupled with the lows of COVID. But look how far we've come. Despite the unknown we dove in, yes, treading water at times, but always with the knowledge the shore was near and we were supported all the way. Congratulations, WGU graduates.
Some of us are vertically challenged. But that definitely wasn't a detriment to earning my degree. Good morning, fellow graduates, faculty, and distinguished guests. I stand here today as a 72-year-old woman Thank you. And as I reflect on my education, I realize the difference the opportunity to enroll at an online university would have made in my life 50 years ago, or even 25 years ago when Western Governors University was founded. And that difference is profound. At my age, you may ask why I bothered. It's easy. I still own and run 5 businesses where the information I learned is applied daily. And I needed to set an example for my children. Education is important to me, and I wanted it to be to them. After high school, I earned an associate's degree in accounting. Then I married and started having babies. And then I started adopting children, slowly earning my way to a 6-figure salary at a corporate office. But when my coworkers started talking about their alma maters, I clammed up because I had none. A business school doesn't count. At age 66, I completed my bachelor's degree. was through a traditional college, Eckerd College in St. Petersburg. That would never have been possible if I was not semi-retired. However, if I had taken advantage of the WGU online courses, I would have been able to complete classes on my time, during hours that worked for me, like 2 a.m. As a parent, a business owner, and an entrepreneur, I can manage time. I can juggle responsibilities. Things I learned while enrolled at WGU could have been applied throughout my career in various management and leadership positions. Western Governors University can be the foundational key to changing your life. The courses that are offered, the quality of the course instructors, the program mentors, and a shout out to mine, Dolores Webb, all ensured I would earn my master's degree and emerge with confidence. I worked in management all my life in one form or another, yet I was always paid less than my male counterparts, passed over for promotions because I didn't have a degree, but still depended upon when work needed to be done. My bosses knew that I understood both management and leadership, but without a sheepskin hanging on the wall, they didn't have to publicly recognize my knowledge. I've encouraged my children, all 4 of them, and my grandchildren, all 23 of them, and my great-grandchildren coming up. There are 14 and 3 more due this year. I want them all to focus on education. It is the path to the future. And you know what's really cool? Jody, my oldest daughter, and Asia, one of my granddaughters, are here with me today. Would you each stand for a moment, please? They both earned their master's degrees right here at WGU, which makes this the first ever 3-generation commencement celebration. Yesterday, President Pulsifer asked if we waited to graduate to coincide with WGU's 25th anniversary. And we did not, but what a great celebration. It is a proven fact of life that college graduates are healthier, they live longer, and they earn more money. If you didn't get your degree right out of high school, make time now. With the flexible structure of online classes at Western Governors University, your future truly is in your hands, and I'm living proof it is never too late. I applaud all of you graduates here today. I encourage those of you who haven't yet pursued higher education to take control of your future by enrolling at WGU. It is your life. This is your solution.
I am vertically challenged in the opposite direction. Thank you, Deirdre and Christine, for sharing your amazing stories. Deirdre, what a journey you've been on not only your own, but that of your children as well. Your personal experiences have no doubt made you a better teacher. Teaching the way they learn is a marvelous approach. And Christine, you're right. WGU was created for students just like you, but it was also created for students like your daughter and your granddaughter, who are also working learners who recently earned degrees at WGU. Congratulations to all three of you. We're delighted to have three generations, grandmother, daughter, and granddaughter, walking across the stage today. Thank you, Christine, for your encouraging message. Now, I'm pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Shane Moore. Yeah. Shane Moore is a multi-certified information technology professional who has led in the technology field for more than 20 years. Shane, who is Vice President of Information Technology at Philadelphia Industrial Development Corporation, grew up in the Nicetown neighborhood of Philadelphia and knew few people who went to college. His mother encouraged him and his brother to earn a degree, and in 2014, he earned his bachelor's in information technology from WGU. After this, he discovered the wisdom behind his mother's encouragement. With a degree and certifications, he no longer had to find jobs because, in fact, the jobs found him. In addition to his successful professional career, Shane is committed to serving others and to making a difference in his community, often helping those who come from underserved populations. He has served as an assistant pastor for Temple of Zion Tabernacle for 16 years, and for 12 years he's volunteered at Philadelphia prisons. He is co-director for Hope Ministries, a group that volunteers in the Philadelphia prison system, and is vice president for Aim for the Net, a program that mentors children while also providing sports as an alternative to the streets. Shane's hometown of Philadelphia is known as the City of Murals, with close to 4,000 sculptures and ceramic and stained glass works of art. And in 2020, WGU honored Shane's professional and charitable contributions by commissioning a mural on the corner of Wayne Avenue and Berkeley Street, right here in Philadelphia. We should all go check that out after this. Shane adds proud WGU grad to his list of titles, which include husband, father, friend, mentor, and pastor. Please welcome Shane Moore.
Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Stein, faculty, staff, mentors, WGU graduates, family, and friends. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with you today. There are events that occur in each of our lives that leave a memorable impact, moments that bring out the cheers or moments that bring out the tears. It could be the memory of a religious experience, a wedding day, the birth of a child, or perhaps for you, it was something else. But nevertheless, it is an event that you will never forget. WGU graduates, I am certain that today is one of those days. Though some of today's graduates may think that today is their day, and this ceremony is all about them, when you think about the family and friends who had to sacrifice their time, or when you think about that spouse who had to put up with your late nights, or when you think about your children who weren't able to spend as much time with you as they would have liked, I can certainly say that though it might be your day, while they celebrate you for your accomplishments, they can also celebrate with you for the part that they played. If you're here today and you're a family member, a friend, a coworker, or anybody else who made a sacrifice so that one of these fine graduates could complete their degree, we will now just take a few moments for you to applaud yourselves. We all say thank you. Though I stand here as the keynote speaker, what is more important to me is that I stand here as a proud WGU graduate. I do not have to speak from what someone told me about WGU. I can speak from what I have experienced for myself. To the graduates, though this is an event that you will remember for a long time, it's simply the culmination of all of the hard work that went into making this day possible. I commend you for your diligence, your dedication, and your determination. Once I graduated, one of the first questions that came to my mind was, what next? I like a challenge, so I thought to myself, what next? Many years have passed since that time, and since then I've had many more memorable days and many more memorable events. Some cheers and some tears. But somewhere along the way, through each of those individual experiences, I have figured out the answer to that early question. Perhaps you have questions of your own. Maybe you're asking yourself, where do I go from here? Well, since you asked, I have a bit of advice. I would like to start by asking just a few questions. The first question that I pose is, do you have the time? Now that there are no assignments to worry about, now that there are no assessments to complete, and now that you have all this free time on your hands, what in the world are you going to do? To be honest, for me, it was a time to relax. I wore many hats: full-time husband, full-time father, full-time minister, full-time employee, part-time volunteer who spends a whole lot of time in preparation, active board member for multiple organizations, and once I completed my degree, it was an opportunity to take a break from one of the things that consumed a good portion of my time. How quickly I learned that the period of relaxation was short-lived, because I now had more time to add another hat and to do something else. I already had years of work experience, but because of WGU, I now had multiple industry certifications and a degree which caused employers to seek me out and to try to convince me to come to their organizations, simply to take on more responsibility, which in turn would require more of my time. It was at that point that I realized that I was spending so much of my time doing so many things that I really didn't have a whole lot of time to enjoy it. So I ask you again, do you have the time? During these past few years, one of the lessons we might have all learned is that time is one of the most valuable commodities that we have. When you think about that family member, that friend, or that coworker who might have become ill, they probably didn't ask the doctors how much they had in their bank account. They probably didn't ask questions about how many degrees they've obtained, or what activities are still available, or what jobs are open right now, but they did ask, how much time do I have? Similarly, after doing everything they could, the doctors might have called the family to say, come quickly. You don't have much time left. When I think of time, I realize that though I can't control how much time I have remaining, I can choose what I do with it. I choose whether that time will be wasted or whether it will be used to make my life and someone else's life better. With your master's degree from WGU, you have been equipped to do just that. But simply having the tools is much different than using the tools. Now that there are no assignments to worry about and no assessments to complete, and now that you have all this free time on your hands, what are you going to do? My advice is to find out what you enjoy. Find out what you are passionate about. Find out what you can do, and then use the tools that you've been equipped with to do it. The classes are finished, but there's still work to be done. Do you have the time? The choice is yours. Choose wisely. The second and third questions that I have are, who are you and what do you do? I ask who you are because you might now have doors open that were previously shut. And if you're not careful, after you walk through it, you could possibly forget who you are. Some people might view you differently today than they did previously. Some people might treat you differently today than they did previously. With your master's degree, you now qualify for jobs that you did not qualify for yesterday. With your master's degree, people will now expect you to know more, to solve problems faster, and to do twice as much in half the time. Because of their confidence in you, your confidence in yourself grows, and it tells you that you do know more. It tells you that you can solve problems faster, and it tells you that if you can't do twice as much in half the time, you certainly can do more than you could in the past. With all that said, don't ever forget that you are the same person that you were last week. Though they might view you differently, and though they might treat you differently, be true to who you are. Remember those people who have not yet made it through the door. So the choice is yours to either stay where you are or to go back to where they are and help them to get through as well. Who are you and what do you do? I asked, what do you do? Because I have found that in about every place that I go, there are always people who want to make a connection. Sometimes they want to connect on social media, sometimes through a face-to-face meeting. At times you will be asked for your number, and other times you will be asked for your email. Regardless of the method, people are quickly trying to determine who you are and what you do. They're trying to figure it out because they're trying to make a connection that they can rely on in the future. If I'm starting that new job, yours might be the only familiar face that I see. If I move to a different city, your recommendation is what I will rely on. I might have a question or a need, and I need some advice. And when that time comes, I'll reach out. Once connected, there's an unspoken expectation that our paths will one day cross again. Once you answer that question, you will now have a new contact who will bring new opportunities, open new doors, and expand your reach. Who are you, and what do you do? I'm always willing to answer these questions. But there are some people who don't have to ask because they already know. They are those people in your life who saw the greatness in you before you enrolled. They cheered you on in preparation of this day, long before you completed your first assessment. And they pushed you when you thought you could not go on. Throughout my lifetime, I've been blessed to have people in my corner who has always been there to push me to go beyond my comfort zone. Some of them are here with me today as a testament of the many people who have had and still have lofty expectations for me. And with their support, it was the spark that started the flame. I thank my mother, my brother, and my wife who are seated here today. It was their expectation and their lofty expectations of me that started my ambition. I've come to realize that if others don't expect anything more from you, and if you don't expect anything more from yourself, then you might not aspire to do anything more. I still wear many hats, and I do many things. But each hat that I wear and each thing that I do, it's not for me, but it's to make those who are around me better. Because after all, ambition never rests. It comes as no surprise that somebody's encouragement and somebody's expectations can help to shape who you are and what you do. It's someone else's encouragement and expectations that helped me, and it's someone else's encouragement and expectation that helped you. And if it can have that effect on you, consider what effect yours can have on someone else. Perhaps it is the spark that starts their flame. Perhaps it is what they needed to drive their ambition. In closing, I encourage you to make the most of your time and enjoy every moment. Before I take my seat, I congratulate you, I encourage you, and I would like to share with you what my expectations are. I expect for you to help someone else who has not yet made it to where you are. I expect for you to go many places and do great things. I expect one day to hear your name again, not because you chose to make life better for yourself, not because you refused to waste time, not because you used the tools that were given to you wisely. It's not for any of those reasons. I didn't choose to tell you what that is simply because you use what you were equipped with. I didn't choose to say that because you solve problems faster, not because you can do more, not because you are a different person today than you were yesterday. I expect these things simply because you will be a graduate from Western Governors University, and that's who we are, and that's what we do. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you. I'm getting a little verklempt here. Shane, I echo your expectations of all these graduates. And you're right. It is who we are and what we do. Thank you for sharing your encouragement. And I think we should all ask ourselves those questions every so often, if not every day. Thank you. And now Dr. Lucas Kavli will confer your degrees. Lucas.
Thank you, Marnie. Just out of curiosity, which one of you is going to give the commencement speech in 2031? All right, we got one. There we go. We're going to recognize each of our master's degree graduates who wear a hood that bears the color of their discipline. So, Would the graduates for master's degrees and educator endorsements please rise? That means all y'all sitting down, stand up. She is going to give the graduation speech. She was first up. Look at that. Come on, come on. Stand up if you can. Now, no. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. There we go. It's upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority that's vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the member governors of Western Governors University that I hereby confer upon you the master's degree or the endorsement that you've earned. This includes the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Education, the Master of Science, or the educator endorsement with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, and welcome to the community of innovative, bold, and credible professionals. We are so proud of each of you. Now, you can sit back down just for a little bit. The following leaders from each of our colleges will invite the graduates to the stage for their individual moments in the spotlight. We're going to go in alphabetical order of the colleges. So Dr. Victor Aloisa, the Academic Vice President for the College of Business, will come first. After him will be Scott Jones. He's the Academic Operations Vice President for the College of Health Professions. Following the CHP, we'll go to the College of IT, where Dr. Ashutosh Tiwari, who's the Senior Vice President and Executive Dean of the College of IT, will confer. And then last but not least, we have our Teachers College in the back with Dr. Stacy Ludwig Johnson. She's the Academic Vice President of the Teachers College. Victor.
Will the graduates from the College of Business, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be individually recognized.
Dmitro Siliwanchek.
David Kilbilai.
Christina Siliwanchek.
John Graves, Jr.
Vanessa Matos.
David Contra.
Chanel Barnhill.
Elizabeth Belton Wells.
Jody Flynn.
Amber Oliver.
Asia Wells.
Karen Buffard.
Christine Jackson.
Elvis Guzman.
Todd Sutton.
Jeffrey Rogers.
Oliver Acosta.
Datris Fletcher.
Ariel Ball.
Tara Fisher.
Lucinda Renee Garza Martin.
Jessica Cicino.
Barbara O'Hara.
Joel DeRosso.
John Ikiui.
Hudson Badikwa.
Katrina Williams.
Ibiemi Dorcas Jagida.
Hader Stephen Saludari Guda Venegas.
Suzanne Ingram.
Catherine Saldariaga.
Jennifer Larson.
Kevin Newcomb.
Jerome Kapfer.
Anthony Cox.
Kalu Ndukwe.
Oluwituin Yusuf.
Gina Sinkota.
Uniris Hernandez Green.
Givark Villette.
Zachary Pontius.
Holly McCormick.
Lynetta Cozart.
Erwin Enriquez.
Monique Mercury.
Malcolm Hutchinson.
Anthony Manzanet.
Tina Oden.
Brandon Middleton.
Daniel Ingram.
Denise Brooks.
Joseph McNeil Jr.
Stephen Schrack.
Anna Ruth Diller.
Vijaya Sankar Madrahali Condon.
Naomi Patterson.
Srinivasa Bolapalli.
Tiffany Johnson.
Jasper Glenn Asper.
Nathan Del Calo.
Sarah Peters.
Casey Petty.
Bowen Hu.
Phyllis Mantione.
Fong Phoebe Nguyen.
Angel Bell.
Donna Wiesman Lobash.
Versi Jones.
Stormy Mangello.
Norma Baskerville.
Robert Day Felice.
Sarah Carmazin.
Carrie Ann Johnson Griffith.
Olga Vizcaino Sarmiento.
Marcus Rembert.
Chelsea Costin.
Patience Wally Johnson.
Dana Joyce Dowdy.
Tariq Smith.
Kim Gafford.
Noman Isak.
Shaju Gangadaran.
Marcello Boliak Isak.
DeForest Ross.
Valerie Leroy.
Kwadwo Amaki.
Sierra Jones.
Sherry Evans.
Rochelle Reeves.
Joseph Abassi.
Heather Stone Dunkerley.
Natalia Filipova.
Kayla Murphy.
Francesco Maida.
Charmaine Simmons. Dina Weiser. Paulo Miguel Ata. Chanel Dawkins. Congratulations to the graduates of the College of Business.
Will the graduates of the College of Health Professions please stand up and at the direction of the marshal come forward to be individually recognized.
That's it. That's all you need.
Jarrett Dawson.
Kaisha Shields.
Latressa Kennedy.
Krishna Beskoda.
Mia Francis.
Nancy Tai.
Raul Perry.
Dana Herndon.
Twisday Johnson Hill.
Courtney Krakowski.
Dayshell Weaver.
LaRonda Michelle Carter.
Kathleen Stewart.
Trinicia Harmon.
Melissa Lewis.
Gail Lyon.
Samantha Tupiachi.
Simi Thomas.
Elaine Tisnato.
O'Brien Gordon.
Karen Arnold Korzenowski.
Pamela Bowman.
Katrina Bontrager.
Joseph Gerard Repotente.
Erica Ballard.
Deborah Craig.
Michelle DiRuggiero.
Lauren Pizer.
Christine Eyring.
Josephine Poricoso.
Erin Talley.
Elizabeth Schofield.
Gwendolyn Enzo.
Teresa McGrath.
Melissa Matthews.
Kathy Reed.
Edmund Earl.
Teresa Brooks.
Breanne Peters.
Deborah Davidson.
Maggie Ruoro.
Donna Elsowich.
Deepa Singh.
Anita Braca.
Shanine Simmons.
Ashley Allen.
Herdemiwa Herdegibiti.
Emily Christine.
Juanita Cooper.
Tabitha Parks.
Amy Minnick.
Casson Crichton.
Michelle Skinner.
Amy Lane.
Tanya Haley.
Charlotte Dirks.
Lisa De La Cruz.
Christopher Steffen.
Catherine Ryan.
Caprice Arroyo.
Christina Seibert.
Tamika Hines.
Warren Pineta.
Stephanie DeDominic.
Dina Jones.
Chiquita Kamara.
Arlene Medina.
Valletta Walker Norman. Megdis Shemelis Hatfield. Amanda Williams. Jennifer Unger. Sandra Goddard. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of Health Professions.
Good morning. Will the graduates from the College of Information Technology, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshal to be recognized individually.
Anaga Chobi.
James Glenister.
Andrea Dawson.
Brian Blasey.
Olawumi Famalusi.
Kenneth Bernard Proctor Jr.
Olekon Shita.
Ann DeCasatis.
Christina Webster.
Valentina Elfrey.
Troy Griffith.
Mac Altman III.
Paul Fetzner.
Abdelmajid Adnan.
Jean Bustamante.
Christopher Correa.
Aituya Manoj.
Elizabeth Woolley.
George Arkenar.
Miret Hidramarian.
Teresia Naganga.
Jonathan Wynn.
Warren Turner.
James A. Aqua.
David Wynn.
Rick Smith.
Erasmo Torres.
Nabiu Tasema.
Sebastian Kwan.
Eric Rodriguez Pamales.
Joshua Adelikun.
Jerome Twee.
Sean Carroll.
Tamil Northern.
Jonathan Ling.
Rohini Karmakar.
BJ Shaw.
Sudarshan Kumar.
Sarbjeet Singh.
Arthur Jr. Yarena Zamudio.
Michael Nunu.
Ololade Aidemilui.
German Plass.
Kaylee Wynn.
Olawashan Ojimi.
Ingrid Madrigal.
Sunil Kumar Pudmavarthi.
Ayodiji Babale.
Selena Taylor.
Ikenna Emirue.
Ratish Nair Rajendran.
Christopher Cly.
Abdurrahman Jurda.
Brandon Honeycutt.
Piyale Majidas.
Elda Woldemichael.
Mohammed Reyes Mohammed Aslam. Sanghagramicha Mohanta. Congratulations to all the graduates of WGU's College of Information.
Where's my WGU Teachers College? Thank you for all of the efforts that you've put in as a student, and as Deidre said earlier, go forward and teach them how they learn. We're counting on you to make a difference. So now it's your opportunity to please come forward individually to be recognized by the Marshal. Thank you.
Colleen McCauley.
Haley Beatrice.
Becca Gauthier.
Sharanda Hunt.
Theodore Silred.
Heather Van Etten.
Elizabeth Haas.
Jacqueline Montemeyer.
Michelle Kivett.
Anna Marie Jordan.
Lindsay LeClaire.
Victoria Boone.
Camilo Gamboa.
Brianna Albrecht.
Dorothy Allport.
Shantavi Ook.
Victoria Stasio.
Mindy Devlin.
Kristen Gordon.
John Kleckner.
Christina Parks Watson.
Catherine Walker Leckbett.
Jennifer Van Devender.
Katrina Quigley.
Tamika Johnson.
Danielle Petrich.
Maria Moisiva.
Tiffany Marie Madison.
Sonia Yvette Rosario.
Jolie Wen.
Joyce Somerville.
Justin Updegraft.
Paula Goddard.
Shanika Lawson.
Ashley Cuellar.
Pauline Manley.
Katharina Martucci.
Antoine Pinkney.
Constance Mushwick.
Brianna Witherspoon.
Harris Nasushin.
Ariana Kibler.
Callie Runyon.
Gregory Hamill.
Bismarck Buade.
Marlo Wagner.
Jordan Bowe.
Jennifer Walsh.
Stephanie Bolar.
Lauren Rappaport.
Stefanelli Romano.
Jonathan Figueredo.
Lana Comer.
Christy White.
Tammy Stockton.
Amanda Oden.
Jamie Helmley.
Emily Rowe.
Caitlin Gregory.
Gerald Brown II.
Carly Susan Sokoloff.
Chelsea McCabe.
Adara Alston.
Patrick Ianello.
Deirdre McCarthy Dillon. Carlene Anderson Wilson. Congratulations to the graduates of WGU's Teachers College.
Congratulations, graduates. And now I'm delighted to bring Shane Moore, who is also representing our growing alumni community today, back to the lectern. Shane?
As you already know, I'm a proud graduate of WGU. And on behalf of the more than 275,000 WGU alumni worldwide, I welcome you to our Alumni Association. It wasn't long ago that I was in your shoes. I was completing my bachelor's degree in information technology, and WGU provided an enriching and engaging student experience for me. And I'm happy to share that my learning and engagement didn't stop when I graduated. My hope is that your experience will be the same. After all, we're night owls for life. I invite and encourage you to stay engaged with the many benefits WGU has to offer through the WGU Alumni Association, including free learning resources, career coaching, benefits, regional and national events, and much, much more. I ask you to visit wgu.edu/alumni to stay engaged. Congratulations, Night Owls. I'll see you in the Alumni Network.
Thank you, Shane. It's been my pleasure to see your success as a WGU graduate and everything that you said today and what you've accomplished in your community. Thank you again for your message this morning. Thank you so much. Graduates, as we conclude our ceremony, I'd like to take this moment to recognize and thank those of you wearing blue and gold philanthropy cords today for your generosity and support of WGU's Fellow Night Owl Scholarship. Philanthropy cords are not only a physical symbol of a graduate's commitment to WGU, but they also support a legacy that will last for generations to come. Thanks to the incredible support of these alumni and thousands of alumni before them, more than $180,000 has been raised for the Fellow Night Owl Scholarship, which has helped nearly 150 students to date cross the finish line to graduation. Thank you for your support in helping your fellow Night Owls succeed. For many of you, earning your diploma is the fulfillment of a lifelong goal. The degree you've earned at WGU will create new pathways to opportunity, but it's important to remember that commencement truly is not the end. It represents a new beginning. Whatever you choose to do, know you'll do it well, and great things will follow. You've already demonstrated many wonderful abilities, and I look forward to seeing what each of you achieve in your next chapter. It's also important to remember that learning is a lifelong journey. As you continue your journey, I encourage you to help support others who are pursuing their dreams and to also seek out meaningful ways to serve your communities. While each of you endured hardships during the past 2 years, you persevered. Your strength and resilience during uncertain times will add to the tremendous value that you bring to your families and your workplaces and your communities. Overcoming adversity is a remarkable skill that can change the world for the better, and I am confident that you will. On behalf of the entire WGU family, I commend you for your tenacity, which has led you to this important celebration. It reminds me of the words from our beloved Pennsylvania native, Fred Rogers. That's Mr. Rogers. It's not so much what we have in this life that matters, it's what we do with what we have. He also said, often when you think you're at the end of something, you're actually at the beginning of something else. As we close today, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the pride you felt during this ceremony as you step out into a new beginning. Thank you for letting us be a part of your education journey. As you celebrate, please share your excitement and your experiences on social media, if only for me to love it, because I just love to see them streaming through. They're so wonderful. When you do, please include the hashtag WGUGrad. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations all.
different songs. Oh, okay. Let's do Queen of Sheba.